In this video, I'm going to build a static model. This is a 1/16 scale Model T Ford by Academy, and it looks pretty cool. They molded a lot of plastic parts in various colors that you can use to make this particular version, but I'm going to make the green version. So let's start by showing you what comes in the box. It's a pretty good sized box. So there's the instruction manual. I'm going to put close-up pictures of the various sprues. This is the package with the windshield sprues. This is the body that came off of one of the black sprues that came off. This is the red sprue. So a lot of the body parts are in red to match the picture on the box. Package of rubber tires. This little piece goes inside the body, and the seats go to that. This is the black sprue with the seat, the roof, and the transmission. There is a brass sprue with all the brass colored parts, and we'll talk about that in a minute. And then there is another black sprue of things like the interior pieces, the radiator, and some like the drive shaft and the differential in the back, some of the springs. So let's talk about how I'm going to proceed with this. First of all, the instructions that come with this have no English in them at all. They're all in kanji, a variety of different kanjis, except for this part that's English. So this kit has been produced by a number of manufacturers in the past, same exact kit, including Revell. So I went out on the internet and I got the Revell instruction set. There's no English in here either. In both cases, they have little symbols in the instructions that show you how to assemble the thing and how to paint it, which brings us to a pretty good topic. So I have spent some time working on a painting plan for this model, and a lot of the parts that are black are okay just the way they are. They're molded in the right color, and I think they'll look pretty good. I may revisit that decision, but they look pretty good right now. A couple of things that I am going to do. I'm going to paint all of the body parts really nice green color. So there's a few of those. Most of them are in this bag, the red sprue bag. And in order to do that, what I'm going to do is first I'm going to spray this sprue with gray primer made by Vallejo. And I'm going to use my airbrush to do that. And we'll have a very short segment on that. I'll just prime this stuff. And then I'm going to use this nice Tamiya green color for the, this is X5 green, by the way. I'm going to use that on the body. But one other thing, the wheel rims are made of brass in this kit. They've been brassed over. So I'm going to prime the wheels, and I'm going to paint the spokes of these wheels by hand and make them look a wood color. The original in the 1912 car, and I'm going to show you some pictures of that car, which I have captured. You can see that the spokes are made of wood. That was true, I guess, until the 1920s when Ford introduced the wire spokes on their wheels. So that's pretty much it. A lot of the other parts I'll have to paint by hand, various parts of this, the steering wheel and a few other things on the dash. But mostly it's just the wheels and the body parts that have to get painted, and we'll take care of that. And I will start the construction video shortly. Thank you for watching the unboxing of this kit, and I'll be back with more when we start the construction. And I won't drag out the construction. I'll try to get through that pretty quickly. I have had some feedback on my radio control videos that they were a little on the slow side, so we'll see what we can do to fix that. And when we get done, this is going to be a pretty good sized car. I mean, look at the size of the body. That's going to be 7 inches, so it's going to be a pretty nice big model, and that's why I went with the 1/16 scale. So all right, we'll be back shortly, and we'll see you then. I'm going to paint. I'm going to prime and paint the red sprue and the brass sprue, and I've got my my Pache airbrush. So I'm not going to drag this out. I just wanted you to be able to see the spray booth. It has a fan on the back, and it's made by Master. And I'll show you the finished results after I get everything primed, and then after I get it painted. I primed all the parts gray. And the reason I did that is I watched a number of videos on YouTube that showed the various shading effects that you get if you prime with white, gray, and black. And I wanted the color to be as close to the natural green as possible, and the gray is kind of a neutral color. So I have applied a gray primer to the part. Now some of this you can maybe see a little red here. This is actually going to get glued to the chassis, so it won't be visible. But some of these other parts will be visible. So I'm going to wait till this dries and hit it again with some more primer, and then we'll be done with this particular exercise. I'll apply the green paint, and then we'll ready to begin assembly. Hi, welcome back to Great Dog of the North's video on the 1/16 scale Ford Model T. I've completed the kit, and this is it right here. I'm going to rotate my little hobby pad so that you can see the full model, and then I'll get some close-up pictures and add them to the video. So it has a pretty detailed interior, but there's some other notes about this kit that I would like to bring up. Some of the plastic parts are incredibly delicate, and especially there's a piece for the undercarriage, for the steering assembly, and the lights. You have to be extremely careful with those. Other notes about the kit: there's supposed to be another brace for the tire on this side, and those are so fragile that one of them broke, and I wasn't able to. I actually lost part of that part, so that's why there's only one brace holding the wheel on. The other thing, there is a horn that's supposed to go on this side of the car, and unfortunately the manufacturers of the kit neglected to provide the tube that goes from the bulb to the horn. So I was not able to complete that sub-assembly. The other problem, something you may want to make note of if you build this kit, you absolutely want to build the hood first and let the glue dry on that overnight, and install that before you put the radiator on. The directions tell you to put the radiator on and then the hood, but I can tell you that trying to get the hood on after you've installed the radiator it's a horrible exercise. It's definitely the wrong order. You want to get the hood on there and let that dry before you try to put the radiator on. Other than that, other things that I noticed, nothing is holding on the rear wheels. They slide onto their axle and there's nothing holding the wheel on. The front wheels, actually, the axles go right through the wheel, and they provide little brass plated nuts that go over that, but be extremely careful when you glue those, because if you put too much glue on them, you'll end up gluing the wheel to the axle and then the wheel will not turn. How do I know? One of these wheels does not turn. Other than that, I'm very pleased with the kit. I'm very happy with I used the Tamiya green paint. I airbrushed that, and I airbrushed the body and all of the body parts with that. And many of the parts were molded in the right color. And you can see one of my tail lights here has come loose, so I'll have to glue that again. Many of the parts were painted in the right color, or manufactured or molded in the right color. But I painted the body. The body came this red color, which I didn't care for very much, so I used the Tamiya green to paint that. And I hand painted all of the wheels natural wood color, the way the original car was made. So it took a little while to put this kit together. I worked on it a little bit every day for about 2 weeks, doing a little bit here or there. I'm very pleased with the way it came out. Could it be better? Absolutely. The directions are a little difficult to deal with, but other than that, I'm pretty happy with this. The front wheels actually turn, and so do the rear wheels roll okay. But it's a nice, gives you a kit. The kit gives you a nice static model for your collection if you collect these. And I'm very satisfied with the results. Thank you for watching this video, and if you liked it, please hit the subscribe and like buttons below, and stay tuned for my next video. I will be working on something a little different than a car in the next video. So with that said, so long.